gimmick came around, I wasn't having no feast when the landlord talking about breaking our lease. Voting ain't gonna help us, man. Marching ain't gonna help us, man. It's like for a nigga like me. Protesting ain't gonna help us, man. What it's like for a nigga like me. Like me, like me. What it's like for a nigga like me. Like me. What it's like for a nigga like me. Like me. What it's like for a nigga like me. What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead just isn't looking likely, but I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee, and I talk to God Almighty, Lord, please have mercy on me, Have mercy on me, yeah. Lord, please have mercy on me, Have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. This shit ain't no joke, man. This shit ain't no joke. Like the boy cried wolf, I ain't blowing no smoke. You don't gotta look far to see it ain't no hope, and it's fucked up. Trying to stay afloat. I grew up in the ghetto in the middle of the streets. HELL, the belly of the beast. Thanksgiving came around, I wasn't having no feast when the landlord's breaking out lease. I grew up in the ghetto in the middle of the streets. HEL, belly of the beast. Thanksgiving came around, I wasn't having no feast when the landlord's breaking out lease. God damn, what's next? My girl broke her, what she did it in the text that if I couldn't have nothing that I could have love besides love for the selling these drugs. Sometimes it seems like it's the only way out, but every day I'm getting this game played out. Can't end up in the pen trying to find a way out. Lord forgive me for my heart gave out. My dad died, biggest loss I ever had to take. He a big part of the reason I'm the man I am today. And moving on was a move I wasn't trying to make, but I got sons now, lead them not astray. And even though success is looking unlikely, I stay mighty and pray nightly and remain doing the right thing like Spike Lee, which is hard for a nigga like me. All my life I had to fight like my name's Sophia. Always had my heart was no fear. Boy, I stayed in some trouble always stayed near. When you black and that's all you cold here, I can't lie. Some days I wanna break down and cry for me and my people that's fighting to stay alive. Cause living ain't living when you living to survive. Guess we live into the heavens arrive. Nah, I mean, what it's like for a nigga like me. Like me. What it's like for a nigga like me. Like me. What it's like for a nigga like me. Like me. What it's like for a nigga like me. What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead just isn't looking likely. Do the right thing like Spike Lee, and I talk to God Almighty, Lord, please have mercy on me. Have mercy on me, yeah. Lord, please have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead just isn't looking likely, but I try to do the right Spike Lee, and I talk to God Almighty, Lord, please have mercy on me. Have mercy on me, yeah. Lord, please have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. What it's like in this life for a nigga like me. Every day I gotta fight my demons. Wake up, thank God I'm breathing. Cause all nightmares, America's dreaming. Trying to find out what's surrounded by heathens. No stress long as I got a coat and I'm eating. I'm blessed and I know the Most High's the reason. But my heart's bleeding through my sleeve is seeping. For all the things that I've been peeping. Type of shit make you say fuck it and sleeping. Cause while you was sleeping during the evening, for brothers got gunned down over the weekend. In the streets left leaking. Laid out, white sheet, mom's grieving. All lives gotta have more meaning than another nigga dead in the paper I'm reading. Baby mama bitching every time that she's speaking. Talking like she gonna take the kids as she's leaving. How we go from kids to ending up in the deep end. Sink or swim, lose or win, saint or sin. Where does the change begin? And bullshit, the bullshit end. Cause I wake up in the do it again. Go to sleep, go to work and just do it again. Damn. Can't pretend, cause when you stand out, it's hard to blend. And what I stand for, don't fold the bend. Cause I heard real folks still got too many friends. Cause when you speak, you tend to offend. So, I grip in this pen. Lord, please have mercy. Amen. It's time for my people to come together and rise up. The only way we gonna take our royalty back, man, is if we do just that, man. Take it back. Kwame Yashala, nigga. Time for us to rise out of our oppression.
A wise man told me each one teach one. So I need you to reach out to your brothers and sisters and teach them, man. There's no reason we should still be getting hung from trees in this day and age, man. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Cops killing niggas, man. Word up, man. Voting ain't gonna help us, man. Marching ain't gonna help us, man. Protesting ain't gonna help us, man.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me, like me, like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead just isn't looking likely, but I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee, and I talk to God, the one and almighty. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. Yeah.
Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me.
Have mercy on
Man, this
me.
shit ain't no joke, man. This shit ain't no joke. Like the boy cried, Wolf, I ain't blowing no smoke. You don't gotta look far to see it ain't no hope in this fucked up world. I'm just trying to stay afloat. I grew up in the ghetto in the middle of the streets, H-E-L-L, the belly of the beast. Thanksgiving came around, I wasn't having no feast when the landlord talking about breaking out lease. Goddamn, what's next? My girl broke with your boy and she did it in the text that if I couldn't have nothing that I could have love besides love for the money and selling these drugs. Sometimes it seems like it's the only way out, but every day I'm getting older and it's getting played out. Can't end up in the pen trying to find a way out. Lord, forgive me for my sins when my heart gave out. My dad died, biggest loss I ever had to take. He a big part of the reason I'm the man I am today. And moving on was a move I wasn't trying to make, but I got sons now, so I gotta lead them out straight. And even though success is looking unlikely, I stay mighty and pray nightly and remain doing the right thing like Spike Lee, which is hard in this life for a nigga like me. All my life I had to fight like my name's Sophia. Always had heart and in my heart was no fear. Boy, I stayed in some trouble always stay near. When you black in America, that's all you cold here. I can't lie. Some days I want to break down and cry for me and my people that's fighting to stay alive. Cause living ain't living when you living to survive. Guess we living in hell till the heavens arrive. Nah, I mean,
what it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead just isn't looking likely, but I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee, and I talk to God, the one and almighty. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. Yeah.
Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. What it's like in this life for a nigga like me. Every day I gotta fight my demons. Wake up, thank God I'm breathing. Cause all nightmares, America's dreaming. Trying to find a way to make it while surrounded by heathens. No stress long as I got a coat and I'm eating. I'm blessed and I know the Most High's the reason. But my heart's bleeding through my sleeve is seeping. For all the things that I've been peeping. Type of shit make you say fuck it and sleeping. Cause while you was sleeping during the evening, my brothers got gunned down over the weekend. Stretched out in the streets left leaking. Laid out white sheet moms grieving. All lives gotta have more meaning than another nigga dead in the paper I'm reading. Baby mama bitching every time that she's speaking. Talking like she gonna take the kids as she's leaving. How we go from kids to ending up in the deep end. Sink or swim, lose or win, saint or sin. Where does the change begin? And when does the bullshit end? Cause I wake up in the morning, gotta do it again. Go to sleep, go to work and just do it again. Damn. Can't pretend, cause when you stand out, it's hard to blend. And what I stand for, don't fold the bend. Cause I heard real folks still got too many friends. Cause when you speak the truth, then you tend to offend. So, while I'm gripping this pen, Lord, please have mercy on me. Amen.
It's time for my people to come together and rise up. The only way we gonna take our royalty back, man, is if we do just that, man. Take it back. Kwame Yashala, nigga. It's time for us to rise out of our oppression. A wise man told me each one teach one. So I need you to reach out to your brothers and sisters and teach them, man. There's no reason we should still be getting hung from trees in this day and age, man. Lord, please have mercy on me.
All right, shalom.
To my brothers, to my sisters, this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We started at 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York. And we are run today by Commanding General YAHANNA, the man with the rank, the authority, the know-how to be the leader of the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right. Welcome to our Wednesday evening law class. All right. Now, as usual, I give you some UPK music. Let you know that we have our music as well. We've got our music too. All right, what we're dealing with today, we're talking about the wicked son / wicked ruler. Now we have a law against the rebellious son. And our laws tell you that that rebellious son must be put to death. All right. Sunday, we read the scripture about the rebellious son and that he should be put to death. By the way, which day the massacre take place in Clarendon? Yesterday morning. Today is Wednesday. Yesterday, Tuesday, we had a situation here in the parish of Clarendon where a young man, 20-year-old, killed 5 of his family members. No, it's tragic. It's not anything to. We're only talking about it because it's our people, right? But it's not anything to gloat over or any such thing. These are the plight that our people are in today. And sad to say, these are the things that are going to happen until the Most High's people come back to the Most High. Until God's people come back to God, these are the things that will happen. All right. So in before we talk about Deuteronomy, let me see if I think I have a news. Let me see if I can find it. Was there a news? A TVJ news? Alright, I think I can use this one. This one came from the Gleaner. But how do I get it bigger? Can't get it any bigger than this. Mother, 4 children killed in Clarendon massacre. It's from Gleaner. I should be able to find the news. TVJ news. I think I'll go for the TVJ one. We have some pictures, but kind of gruesome. I'm not going to show them. So we're going to give you the TVJ news.
There's a yard and road plan for everyone. Get even more fiber fast internet and mobile in one for a special price.
We begin with the group.
All right, this is, hold on, it's 2 minutes and something. All right, stop sharing. Share again. Share screen, Chrome tab.
Gruesome report that has gripped the country all day.
A woman and her 4 children are dead. A community left in shock, and a manhunt on for a person of interest in New Road, Chapelton, Clarendon. Investigators have revealed that the killings resulted from a domestic dispute. We have extensive coverage this evening, beginning with Kirk Wright, who visited the community today.
A community angered by the murder.
Well, first of all, when I first heard this news, I knew it was a domestic dispute. It would have to be a domestic dispute. It couldn't be, you know, just a dispute. Well, it could have been an attack, but you see attack and the children are armed. So this is domestic, and also, you know, this does sound like it's a person that is of a fit mind. That carries on. Yeah, but it's deeper than personal. Had it been just personal, you go for the mother. But when you go down to the small child, the little ones, that person have a psychological problem. And I would not be surprised if that person is deemed unfit to stand trial, meaning that he has a psychiatric problem. Yeah, I know how sentimental we feel about it. We're going to say, yes, if you got prison and blah, blah, Jamaica stop hangman. So if you even got prison, trust me. Eh? I don't get it. So if I don't hear you.
It's not cancer. I think maybe that's because they know that the law has no teeth.
I mean, they'll have no teeth. Of course, they'll have teeth. That's why they're holding.
Yeah, but what next?
Trial. They're going to take him to trial. Ah, yes, what I tell you. We are sentimental about it in that we don't think that he should be tried. So why then they should make him escape then? He should leave a company, a community. But the thing is, these things don't happen overnight. This kind of behavior don't mature. It don't fester and mature overnight. There are signs coming up. Where are the men in the... He's obviously a part of their family, but where are the other men in the family?
Merciless killing of 5 family members looked on as the police painstakingly processed the crime scene.
About 7:50 this morning, the police were contacted that their family member went to a home and found 5 persons killed in the house.
The 5 include the mother, Kemisha Wright, who is 34 years old. The children have been identified as 15-year-old Kimani Smith, 10-year-old Shimani Smith, and 5-year-old Kefani Smith. The youngest, Tishon Henry, was just 23 months old. They were all found with their throats slashed.
They seem to have been killed with some sharp implement.
The 5 deceased were the only occupants of the house, until 2 months ago when we were told a relative started staying there. The police have now listed that relative as a person of interest.
One Rushane Barnett, OC Jet. He's also of Wilson Run Trelawney or Papine in St. Andrew. He's 23 years old and is a cousin of the deceased.
The police say from all indications, the killing might have stemmed from a family dispute.
I heard that but he borrowed some money from she also, and then like she asked for the money, and then afterward, it caused a problem.
The children's grandmother says the family member, who is also the person of interest, left the house early this morning.
He disappeared. I sleep there with them last night.
A person saw him packing up?
He packed up from yesterday and put on him back over your house. I tell my son say he must control the room now. He can't take it because he is going back to town.
Community members say the family member never displayed signs of aggression nor did anything that drew their suspicion. But the police commissioner says while he understands the community is grieving, he does not want them to take matters into their own hands. Kirk Wright, TVJ News.
How long does it take a man over 50 to lose?
All right, so that's the situation from our side. Them say they don't see no sign of, but I can tell you, these things don't just happen. There are signs. Just like how rain not just fall, the cloud come over first, right? When Christ came and they were asking him if he is the Son of Man, he said, "You hypocrites, you say it's gonna rain, you look in the sky, just say it's gonna rain," paraphrasing, and it rains. Yet you're going to ask now for a sign. You're not getting no sign about the sign of Jonah. These things don't happen just like that. Signs are there. Somebody, as a matter of fact, obviously his family member that him used to, because the 5 of them were living in the house and then him just appear and come in. That not go up now for me yet. In the first place. You just move in my family, so where you come from? You're crazy. Even all of a family yard. Yeah, not gonna work so. You can't just move in a yard, so. Right? That's one. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I bet you if the father was there, that would happen.
That's the other thing. These women believe that they can raise a family on their own. You need a man in the house.
Right.
Huh? I mean, father migrated to where?
Like I said, in the news, the mother expressed that the father for the 3 elder children left for abroad and he has not returned. Hence, she was raising the children all by herself. And eventually, she had a child with another gentleman.
So, how this other relative just gets to come in at the yard? So, that's a big question. How him just come in at the yard? So, to the point where him come borrow money from you. There's a lot of unanswered questions. And these questions that I am asking as a man is what women overlook.
Right.
Right? I don't know if it's because of the nurturing side of a woman, like them overlook certain things. But we men, we naturally have a protecting side. Right? Women sometimes develop that protecting side, especially towards their children. But, I mean, you unleash the police on him, man. A person who have this kind of mentality is not created overnight. I hear stories like when him, as a man, young man growing up, his mother, he could not be wrong for his mother. Everything him do, the mother uphold it. The mother not give him wrong. And this is the kind of behavior. And why me tend to say, yeah, it look like a true? Because of this. This that happen comes from sons like that. The kind of son who their mother uphold them parents, because sometimes some fathers do it, because many of them in politics, them very daddy uphold them wrongdoing. But these one in the world here, it generally comes from the mother upholding their wrongdoing from the rat kid. Coming up. That is why our laws that we have, that we live by, it have iron teeth. The Most High is that's why the Muslim take some of our laws and they call it Sharia law. That one? You know, our laws don't wait until you kill. They find you from, they dig you out from. It is the duty of the parents to find you out from where you are in the house before you are unleashed on the society, right? And I read this law Sunday, which we read it, but originally I didn't plan to read it, you know. And then that part of the news that I came up on, I found it and I read it. Here now we started with that again. Deuteronomy, I think 21. Deuteronomy 21, 18 to 21. Hey, so we can move them.
Deuteronomy 21.
Can.
Another one can. And verse 18.
All right, 18, now we're going to 21. Deuteronomy 21, verse 18.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21, and verse 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them.
Right, meaning in 1 year in parents, and even in parents beat him, he will not hear. Continue.
Another one can. Verse 19. Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of his city and unto the gate of his place.
All right, so the onus is on the burden is now placed on the father and the mother to hold him. Continue.
Another one can. Verse 20. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard.
Right. So when the parents hold him, arrest him, take him to the elders of the city, they said, this son is stubborn. This is a stubborn boy. And he is very rebellious. And he will not obey. Now listen to me when we talk to him. All right. So today, if say you call the cops on your stubborn child, what do they do? What will the law do? If you insist that this child will not hear you, right? What do you think the law would do with such a child today? Huh?
Look, you're talking to me, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think you have like reformatory school, and other than that, we don't think them are do nothing. Like
exactly.
Just send him home.
Just send him to a reformatory school.
God.
That's what the law would do today. But this is what our law says. Continue.
Another one can. Verse 21, and all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear.
Our law is telling you what? Stone him to death. Kill him. Give him a death sentence. This is not fairy tale, you know. Right? I am sure every person within that community today is feeling this, that this man should be put to death. But you want about the death penalty, you have to come back to the Most High. Right? We have no death penalty here in Jamaica now. And acts like these, every single woman is grieving. Every single mother feel this. Every single mother is saying, I want wicked boy that, and is this, and is that. But guess what? He is in the custody of the police today. He won't be getting any death sentence. Because we don't have any death sentence. So all the more reason why you all should come to the Most High as an Israelite. Right? Start listening to your leaders. And your leaders are here in the ISUPK. Start keeping the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. Mind you, we in the UPK, we say we keep the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments, but we cannot execute this in none of the countries that we are in because we are not the ruler. We are not the ruler like the Esau is the one ruling now. Esau, Esau is the one ruling right now. All right, Esau is the one that don't allow us to take these kind of drastic measures against our children. But if that one son, mind you know, probably if you check it, this is not the, probably the first act that he is held in custody for. Probably not the first act he has committed. Right? Because this is something that is done to 5 people. And a gun him using, him use a knife, something sharp, and slit throat. That is not, this is not something that, how should I put it now? This is not something that is done by a novice, right? It is not so much of a novice. You check it out, they'll drill him, they'll probably get some more crimes that he has committed out of him. But there's no doubt he is that rebellious, stubborn, wicked son. Our laws say find them from them in the family, from they are in the home, before they are unleashed in the society. Which is why it says, so shalt thou put evil away from among you. You put evil from among you by the death sentence. Right? But Esau want to unleash evil on you. So they find ways to remove the death sentence. America don't remove easy enough. right? But they encourage all of us, everyone within the Caribbean. But none of us have the death sentence again. I don't know. Probably Mexico have it. I don't know. I don't know if Canada still have it. But majority of the countries that our people are in, they have removed the death sentence. Yeah, well, they were killing our people unjustly, but I mean, this would have been a just cause for a death sentence. That is 5 murders, you know. And this is not a spur of the moment action. This was something that he would have, because you hear the story, you hear the news, what the people say. He had his bag packed from the day before and placed somewhere else. So just slice them throat and move. By the time the community wake up and realize what has happened, he's out. Right? But how you now sleeping in the home with a possibly murderer and try and do nothing about it?
Thank you, sir. That action is basically that action is the spirit of Esau. It's like, you know what I mean? That is something that Esau would do. Not saying that the brother is Esau, but you know what I mean? Along the way, our people learn Esau will.
Esau's spirit covers our people, you know. And it comes through the Christian church. I'm sure there is a pastor out there saying, oh, the Lord loves him still and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we in the UPK know that, but I'll tell him, say, yeah, the Lord loves him still. Christ ain't come not in the world to condemn. So salvation is even for him. Right, you know, if I go find a salvation behind the bars, then hold him. They're not going to let him go.
So, you know what I mean? The Christian church.
Yeah, the scripture tell you that God hates the sinner.
God. So the Christian church does play the people so that them can get more members, but them not really teach the people them what God really requires. Okay, sir.
Come on, they don't love the flock. That Christian church don't love the flock. Yes, sis.
Okay, sir. What we are realizing in a lot of the home school is that could we blame Christianity? Because when you look, is that people will allow a person to come in. A family will allow a person to come in, right? And they'll be so numb and afraid to even speak out or address the person, right? Because there's some sense of intimidation coming from that particular individual. And they would play a blind eye, let him come in, see the danger, see the prospects of things are happening, you being in danger, children being in danger. The best way to deal with it is don't let him come any at all.
That's the point.
Don't take him in any at all.
If him come in and you discover certain things, you need to find ways to remove him. Because he has been there for a while before him actually do the act. Why she was not able. All right. The last child is what I say, 23. That's almost 2-year-old, right? Where is that child's father? Does that child's father still come to the house? If he comes to the house, he not see the kind of man that is around the children. Well, I hear him as a soldier, so I'm afraid of. Yeah.
I listen to a thing with the entertainer named Cargo. You know that entertainer there?
Yeah, me hear the name, Cargo.
Yeah, man. And when did I do?
Cargo has been around a little while, ain't it?
Yeah, man. Overboard 12 years now, from about 2010.
Yeah,
But
man. I remember him song, but yeah.
of course, we in the UPK, we no support Father's Day or nothing, you know. But he was lamenting, saying that on Father's Day, his children wasn't with him. You know what I mean? He have more than one baby mother. And basically what he's saying is they won't give him his child, his children. You understand? Make him raise them. And him that make the same point as to him don't know what kind of man him children them there on because them there with the mother. And him said the one child where grew around him see a militancy and a strongness in him. But you see the rest of sons where him have, because be a son him have, you know. Them just feminine and weak, and you know what I mean? It's a thing where him notice. You understand? When I say them woman here give the man them picnic. You understand? And if that because and him also a complain and say, oh, the system give the woman the child, but the woman them give the man them picnic because them have children for different man and a pile up the picnic them and have all those children them round, you know what I mean? Round different man. But if they would just give the child to their father, everything would have good. You know what I mean? And situation like this where
Let me tell you something. Women don't like women.
Right, God.
Right? Why you think these women don't want to give the father the children?
Because them don't want them child around another woman. And I see him point him next. Look here. God.
Thank you.
But at the same time, them have your child around another man.
One other man.
Right.
The most said they hate women hate women so much that they don't want to see their children around another woman.
God.
They don't want another woman getting the love from that child that they should be getting.
God.
But they're willing to let your child give the love that you should be getting to another man. And our system keeps up the arms house.
God.
And how you think it happens? The same woman them in the system doing it.
Right. And slacky again, sir. Slacky again. Today I went to pay some money to family court on behalf of my brother. And it occurred to me, never one day yet when I go pay that money, then I see a woman in the line, I go pay money to the family court for the sustenance of a child. It's always the man because the woman has the children, and she have the picnic.
Hey, you sure know yourself to pay for, sir?
No, not for me, man. I did it for my brother. I can't know you. Who get?
All right, but think you hide something from me.
No, man, nothing you hiding at the UPK. Look ya. Yeah, but when I say it's always a man that pay the fee.
Yes. And we always, and then our child, you do something and slip up in life, right? She decides, say, she not stay with you. Bob, she gone with the children.
Right.
You live and watch that child going wayward and is helpless, can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, nothing about it. Lucky, I see him thing the artist did I say.
And she is satisfied with it. And you see, by that child reach 12, 13, start becoming a man, and the same thing that you were trying to tell her about, you start seeing it in the child. You start to say, you are going to pack up and say, nigga, you ugly papa.
Right. When the damage is already done.
When the damage is already done.
Good.
But there are certain, just like we agree that the woman naturally is a mother. Motherhood is she. They need to agree that fatherhood is the man.
Right.
They need to come to that terms too. Yeah, I am Judah say he also that he thinks that they also want. Yes, you are so right, Judah. They want to keep the kid to collect the child support, but the system, that child support money is not anything that they can live off of again, right? Because the court now split. The court now split the child support amount. The court now sees it fit if it takes $3,000 roughly per week to maintain a child. The court say, all right, you the man pay 15, you the woman pay 50. But we can't live off of that. No. It's not we who live off of it. It's the child. You need to go find a work.
Right.
That is what the court is now doing. And, and guess what? It was a female judge who pushed for that too, Yeah. And she spoke why she did it. She said that her mother, she grew up, believing that her father was that evil person until when she come to her senses. So she even when she became a judge, she realized that the women were, it's always the woman carrying the men to court. And from her vantage point of being a judge, she still look and she starts saying, hold on, man. Something not right here, so. So she investigates deeper into these claims, only to realize that these women are using the men as a source of income.
Right.
So she did something about it. She said, nah, we don't need to go work too. And then the DNA thing coming now, and I mean, the first DNA test on the PJ shows that 60% of the men who were brought to court who said that the child ain't mine, they were indeed correct. The child wasn't theirs. But, I mean, look at the picture of the lady. Let me see if we can find it. The picture, her picture was also posted, right? Let me see how we can share it. Blah, 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 blah. Share screen. All right, so she all right, this is her. I don't know who you can see. Right. That's her. That's the mother of the children. Right? I don't know if she was going to, like she not going to nursing school with this picture. But, I mean, this is the woman that believed that she can do it all on her own. Right? She wants to go out and get, what do you call it? Wants to go out and be successful in life and so on and so forth. And I can do it all by myself. Until things like this happen.
Good.
She's not the first, and trust me, she won't be the last.
Right.
Right? The most we can do is help our women to wake up. Right? She look like a nice Christian lady, don't?
Good.
Yeah, man. Right? Maybe the Christian are saying, she no Christian, she didn't have the church and she come out. Perhaps you might get something like that. I am Judas or what? Anytime these women get the youth, they always come out bad. Time and time again. I don't get it. Like them not really care. Well, you know, the one who commit the act, his mother is the one who is to be blamed. The mother dead gone left him, me understand, but I mean, there are some signs you can look at where you can say you live with some young man around and you see them start burn too much grabber and bleach out their face. And if you start look, I start wonder whether you they are pre.
Right.
You understand? Because you notice the age group that do it. You know, when I heard this crime, I thought it was a big man. Because most time it's the big man in them 40s, 50s. You know, in take so much stress from the woman and so much things until one day just chip.
Okay.
And just chop up everybody in the yard. Can't take it no more. But when I heard the age group that he falls in, 23, the only thing could have stressed him out a little grabber. In him weed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Obviously, he had somewhere else that he could have gone to. So why him never go and leave the people in his life? That's how the demons work. And what these things, we as Israelites, I mean, we need to know why these things happen. So the most we can do is to tell our people why these things happen. These things happen to bring you back home to God.
Right.
That is the reality. These are the things that happen in our lifetime. And there are situations in the Bible which are akin to these kind of happenings that is supposed to bring you back to the Most High's, bring you back in the fold. And you all are going to stay out there and lick your left, right, and center. Are you going to watch the UPK, criticize the UPK, and stay out there and die? Right? And this sister being under the tutelage of Commanding General YAHANNA, and she right there in Jamaica, feeling threatened. You know what would have happened? It would be the responsibility of you and I to protect her. Right? And we would have to armor up, go out there. If we have to use the police, or we do it ourselves, get him out. Yeah, we do those things. Yeah. That's what we do. We have to take care of our people. Right? And how do we take care of our people? With the same laws. Any rebellious man that, wicked men that our women are around. If the wicked man's place, we have to move the woman. If it's not his place, we get him out. Use the law, get him out. Because obviously he was not supposed to be there. He didn't kill them off because he wanted the house, you know. Right? Maybe him himself can't tell you why he did. Yes.
Yes, sir. Could it be that the story is not fully told and he could have done it as a result of taking revenge?
Revenge on what?
The story is not fully told. It's always
all right. How long they say him did it for? Roughly 2 months. Roughly 2 months, yeah. So, I mean, him look like somebody who live out there, rubbing it hard out there, come amongst them, see them living good, and just bad mind them.
Look, yes, sir. I heard that
And
he was
is
involved in a lot of
here in
scamming.
the space.
I heard
He
that
what?
he was involved in lot of scamming.
Say my chopper.
My chopper. and not only on the line. Look here. 1 second, sir.
Obviously, it's not only the line him chop.
Okay. 1 second, sir.
Right. So this is akin to things, this kind of rebelliousness. If say he was of royalty, this is the kind of person who would be next in line to become your ruler. You understand? If he was royalty with this kind of behavior, this is the kind of person who would come and be a wicked ruler over you. This is the kind of person who would come and tell us, hey, close the temple. Let's go and worship Baal. Because by worshiping Baal, he gets to tell you what Baal says. And Baal can't speak for himself and say, no, I didn't say that. I didn't send him to speak, represent me. Right? Baal just have to sit and shut his mouth and let the wicked ruler speak. But because the Most High God of our God of his own, he can speak for himself. Our wicked rulers never like to deal with him. Right? All right, so we're going to look at some of our wicked rulers now. 2 Kings 1, verse 1. Second Kings 1:1 says, then Moab is the Chinese, rebelled against Israel after the death of Ahab. So we used to be over them. Verse 2, and Ahaziah fell down through a lattice in his upper chamber that was in Samaria and was sick. Right? A lattice is a style that you would put up on like a veranda area. All right. Just to make sure. Lattice. What is a lattice?
Yes, sir. Which scripture with it, sir?
2 Kings 1, verse 2.
Another one come. Read.
Hold on. Right, the same thing. What lattice was in the Bible, the same thing today. All right, so a lattice is an opening through which the cool breeze passes. The flat roof of the houses were sometimes enclosed with a parapet of lattice work on wooden frame to screen the women of the house from the gaze of the neighbor. All right, so a lattice is a thing where you plot strips are board like maybe 2 inches the most. You plot them so they have small hole. So it dims the view of outside person, but it allows the breeze to pass through. So the king now fall through the lattice. Obviously, Chichi do some work on the lattice and he never know. So he fell through his lattice and was sick, and he sent messengers and said unto them, go, inquire of Baal-zebub, the god of Ekron, whether I should recover of this disease. So in sick and drop through the lattice, get sick and bedridden. Now he's going to inquire of, not of the God of Israel, but of Baal. He wanted to inquire of Baal. All right, verse 3.
Verse 3. But the angel of the Lord said to Elijah the Tishbite, Arise, go up to meet the messengers of the king of Samaria, and say unto them, Is it not because there is not a God in Israel that he go to inquire of Beelzebub, the god of Ekron?
Right. So the Most High now say, the Most High, what did I say now? Jealousy? No. I don't want to call it jealousy.
Sarcasm.
But the Most High, come again?
Sarcasm.
No, it's not sarcasm, you know. The Most High's feelings chip in. So him send Elijah to say to these men now that Isaiah was sending to Beelzebub to inquire of those priests of Baal, to inquire of Baal priests. Remember, I know, same Elijah had already proven to the Israelites that Baal have no power.
Yeah.
But here now, the king after Ahab still want to inquire of Baal. So the Most High sent the same Elijah to intercept these messengers that he was sending and say, oh, so it's because no God then in Israel why you want to go inquire of Baal. Well, that saying was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
If it's the saying you're referring to. But it's a serious action the Most High was taking, because we already have a covenant with the Most High that we will not worship other gods. Yet, here we are, the leader. Now, how different is this leader now from this young man who murdered 5 people? Is he any different?
Yeah.
He's not different. Because of his action, things like these happen in the society. But here now, the Most High was right on the money. The Most High didn't even allow the messengers to reach to Baal. He intercept them and tell them what is going to happen. Verse 4.
Verse 4. Now therefore, thus saith the Lord, thou shalt not come down from that bed on which thou art gone up, but shalt surely die. And Elijah departed.
Right. So Elijah just give the messengers that message and go about in business. Verse 5.
Verse 5. And when the messengers turned back unto him, he said unto them, Why are ye now turned back?
So I sent you out. Why you come back? Because at the time which they come back, he knew that they couldn't have gone there. Verse 6.
Verse 6. And they said unto him, There came a man up to meet us, and said unto us, Go, turn again unto the king that sent you, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord, Is it not because there is not a God in Israel that thou sendest to inquire of Beelzebub, the god of Ekron? Therefore thou shalt not come down from the bed on which thou art gone up, but shalt surely die.
So the king now get the message. Then what did the king say? Verse 7.
Verse 7. And he said unto them, what manner of man was he which came up to meet you and told you these words? Verse
Right.
8.
He said, how did that man look who came up to you? What manner of man is this? Verse 8.
Another one can, verse 8. And they answered, he was an hairy man, and girt with a girdle of leather about his loin. And he said, it is Elijah the Tishbite.
So the king know how the man of God look. We wear a ear, we wear a beard, and that leather belt and our garment.
God.
So he said, like Elijah now, Elijah had on a cloak and a belt. So he said, how the man look? He said, well, in eerie, have and girded his line. So the king said, oh, that sound like Elijah. Verse 9.
Another one can, verse 9. Then the king sent unto him a captain of 50 with his 50. And he went up to him, and behold, he sat on the top of an hill. And he spake unto him, thou man of God, the king has said, come down.
Yeah. So the man, him go now to Elijah to arrest Elijah with 50 men. Now, this man who murdered these people up in Clarendon, it didn't take 50 men to 50 men in the world to arrest him. I'm sure of that. He ain't that bad.
God.
Verse 10.
Another one can, verse 10. And Elijah answered and said to the captain of 50, if I be a man of God, then let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And there came down fire from heaven and consumed him and his 50.
You hear them call him and they said, thou man of God, the king had said. And he said, well, if I am a man of God, make fire come down from heaven and burn you and your 50 man them up.
God.
And it happened. Verse 11.
Another one can, verse 11. Again also he sent unto him another captain of 50 with his 50. And he answered and said unto him, O man of God, thus as the king said, come down quickly.
Send 50 more after Elijah burned him down. You see how stubborn these rulers are? So this man now, Elijah, you send 50 man to arrest Elijah. Elijah called fire from heaven and burn them up. You send 50 more. Continue.
Another one can. Verse 12. And Elijah answered and said unto them, if I be a man of God, let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And the fire of God came down from heaven and consumed him and his 50.
And the same thing happened to that. The second 50 get burned up again with fire. Now, this man here now, he ain't that powerful. You don't have quarter of them kind of powers there. You need to stop doing evil and find the Most High God, man. I mean, wow. You can't do them kind of things here. Why you get into your head now that obviously you think, boy, you have some rights to the place, but deep down you know you don't have no rights to the place. That's why you pack your bag to leave. Continue.
Another one can. Verse 13. And he sent again a captain of the third 50 with his 50. And the third fell on his knees before Elijah and besought him and said unto him, O man of God.
Yes, you jump a line.
Okay, Slakia. And the third captain of 50 went up and came and fell on his knees. Slakia, let me read from the top. And he sent again a captain of the third 50 with his 50. And the third captain of 50 went up and came and fell on his knees before Elijah and besought him and said unto him, O man of God, I pray thee, let my life and the life of these 50 thy servants be precious in thy sight.
Right. So these men come like they are high and mighty before the man of God. This third one is smart. He bow himself before the man of God. I know that I come to take you in, but don't kill me. Let us be precious. We have to come only because the king sent me.
Good.
All right, continue.
Got 1 Con, verse 14. Behold, there came fire down from heaven and burned up the 2 captains of the former 50s with their 50s. Therefore, let my life now be precious in thy sight.
Continue.
Got 1 Con, verse 15. And the angel of the Lord said unto Elijah, Go down with him, be not afraid of him. And he arose and went down with him unto the king.
He give up. The angel of the Lord said, Go on, man. No, don't be afraid. Obviously, this man respects you, so I'm not going to entreat you. 16.
Yeah. Got 1 Con, verse 16. And he said unto him, Slakia, say that again.
Oh, you just read 15.
God, sir.
All right, 16 now.
Got 1 Con, verse 16. And he said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, for as much as thou hast sent messengers to inquire of Baal-zebub, the god of Ekron, is it not because there is no God in Israel to inquire of his word? Therefore thou shalt not come down off that bed on which thou art gone up, but shall surely die.
So Elijah just go to the king and deliver the same message to him. Right? So you send some man come to me now for what? What you expect to hear? Something different? Tell him the same thing. Continue.
Another 1 Con, verse 17. So he died according to the word of the Lord, which Elijah had spoken. And Jehoram reigned in his stead in the 2nd year of Jehoram, the son of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, because he had no son.
Right. So what the Most High do now? The Most High kill him because he is doing this wickedness.
Yeah.
Here I am a living God, and you sending to inquire of wood and stone. What manner of disrespect are you portraying? This is evil you are portraying on this. You're bringing evil on the society. You're bringing evil on the people. And this is the evil that the Most High want us to see from it is young and festering. Right? It is not to come to maturity amongst us. This man here, Isaiah, he obviously probably we grew up in one of them Baal churches before he was king. He was probably Beelzebub before he was king. But he ascended to the throne in his wickedness. So that's why this time, who the Most High is going to give the throne, he's going to, rather than you now give the king, you make any the society at large be the king. And then you have the prophet who's always have to go and correct them and correct them and correct them. And by the way, the prophets were the same judges in the time of the judges. And then, they'll start to say, we need a king. So it moved from the prophets to the judges. But the lines of the prophets were still there. So what is Christ doing now? Christ is bringing back the rulership. All right, since as you want king, make the prophets the king. That's what he's doing. All right. Next verse.
Another one can. Verse 18. Now the rest of the acts of Ahaziah, which he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings of Israel?
Right. So he is not the only king still will behave like this, you know. Ahab before him was also wicked.
Right.
Other kings before him was also wicked. Right? Kings after him also wicked. Right? And they don't have to cut 5 people's throat for the Most High to say to know that they are wicked. Once you are an Israelite and you're bowing yourself to other God other than the one true God who created the heaven and the earth, you are seen as wicked. The Most High don't really punish the other nation. Then he hasn't started punishing the other nations for bowing themselves to wood and stone yet, you know. But that is coming. But he is punishing us for bowing ourselves to wood and stone.
And cancer. And so like you have to add to your point, all right, our people, we have an idea of what is wicked and what is not wicked. For example, eating pork, our people don't really consider that wicked enough. Worshipping that white Jesus, they don't really consider that wicked. You understand? But even though this act that this young brother did is a wicked and terrible act, these are the acts that they consider wicked. You understand? But there are things that our people don't see as wicked, and it is equally as wicked in the eyes of the Most High.
And this young man who cut 5 people's throat is no more wicked than the man who go and sleep with his brother's wife.
Right. Good.
Is no more wicked than you bowing yourself to the white Jesus.
Good.
What the most high punishment says is death to all those 3.
Right.
Death penalty for the adulterer, death penalty for the murderer, death penalty for the idolater. You go bow yourself to the white Jesus there, death penalty. Right? So this man, and you saw we feel it when him cut 5 people's throat. Trust me, it touched the woman, man, especially for the baby. The babies that him killed. But he is no more wicked than you women who have a husband and can give the box to other man while you have a husband.
And slack you, sir.
He is no more wicked than you doing that. It's death penalty for you.
God. And slack you, sir, the 22,000 abortions. You understand? Which are children. Which it might be a situation where them just don't know that that is happening. But for the most part, women are the majority killers of children. You understand?
You killed, what I said, 20,000 babies last year.
Right, 22,000 annually.
And there is no outcry.
No outcry.
Right, and this man sliced 5, only 5, sliced 5 throat, and then feel it to them good side.
Right. I will not take away from the gruesomeness of the act what the brother did, you know. But
we would never do that. We would never do that. We're just showing, we want our people eyes to open to the things that they are doing and the things that they are accepting as normal. Because you see it as normal to go bow yourself before an idolatrous religion. You see it as normal to go have your side man. When your man gonna work, you sneak him in and go you sneak way and go and give her the nookie. It's death penalty for you too. Right. You see it as normal for you to go and eat pork. Right? That's a death penalty, but that's a slower death penalty.
Right.
Right? So the most I know, just bring it forward now and say, all right. So you're doing all these things which I say you shouldn't do. Are you accepting these as normal? You're accepting the homosexuals as normal. Right? How about how you going to feel if I make somebody come and slice five of your people in throat? And it did ring home. But there are other acts that are death penalty under the Most High God that we are accepting as normal. Yes, yes.
Right. So, yes, sir. And it's quite interesting that many a times the adults, the older women, would have been knowledgeable of a lot of the females that are doing these abortions, and they'll find it, nothing is wrong with it. It's okay, it's your body, you have a life, you have a job to go to, you have an education to pursue. But at the same time, these same adult women or mothers, grandmothers, you name it, they would have ball and roll, when acts like these are committed, when it's the same sin altogether.
Thank you. That's what I tell you. All of them up in our country, the Sunday now they go to church. And bow themselves to white Jesus. So suppose the Most I know if we just send somebody and execute his death penalty on them. God is doing this to show you that there is this where this king did that we just read a death penalty for him. Luckily for him, he wasn't dead by stoning.
Right.
But the Most I say you because of what you do, you're not gonna get up from your bed. You're gonna dead from your bed. Right? Him bow himself to other gods, death penalty. This white man, this slicer, 23-year-old slicer, slice 5 people throat. Yeah, man, it's ring home. And people say, yes, a wicked boy, if he dead and blah, blah, blah. But them very same people who are saying that they are going into the church Sunday go bow themselves to a white Christ, ain't it?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And many of them women are going to give her the nookie before Sunday come too.
Right.
And most of them have them, man.
Which is the reason why they go to church Sunday to kind of so-called repent for their sin.
And they will go to church and ball and roll, and people will believe them are ball and roll because of the killing we're going. Which you have their conscience about them because they won't start getting man bun.
Right.
But that is a death penalty under the Most High too.
Right.
So this is why. Yeah.
Similar to what this king did, we bring out a story yesterday where, a spiritual healer rape. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard that one. You're talking about that one.
You understand? That is similar to what this king did, seeking Beelzebub or Baal-zebub. You know what I mean? Inquiring of Baal-zebub. Beelzebub, slap yourself. Because you think you're a child of a demon, so you're going to check the Obia man.
Rather than you consult the Most High.
Right, when you should have checked the Most High. So when the Most High make happen or allow for happen, that Obia man does rape your child. He does rape your child. No, he have more demons to deal with. Because you never inquire of the Most High, slap you.
And maybe he's not even a demon, they pick it up.
Right. Probably just a regular illness we need medication.
Well, it can be medicated.
Right.
Right? But this 5 throat slice now, it ring home. Yeah. And while I break and read about this Azariah now, many of you probably listening and say, let's switch and go on this now. But just to show you, death penalty for all those. And many of you in the society, adulterers, and guess what? You men sleeping with other man, woman, death to you too.
Right.
Death penalty to you too. So, I mean, condemn the 5 killer as much as you want.
Rightfully so.
He should be
Right.
condemned.
God.
But the point is, if you cast the first stone, then no. You cast the first stone.
Like yes, sir. Them people, yeah, they will cast the first stone. If the mob them ever catch him.
If they catch him, if they catch him, the biggest adulterer and the biggest rapist in that community, them first a strike.
First a stone him.
Just like in Jamaica. Right around the world, they say Jamaicans love beat Batman.
God.
And kill Batman. And our government know this and has been silent on it for quite a while. That it is really homosexuals who beat homosexuals.
Right.
And they know that.
God.
But us straight men, we keep quiet. Because we want to get rid of them too.
Right.
But these homos, closet homos, generally is the first to cast the stone. Because by them casting the stone, they can beat their chest and say, yeah, me no Batman, that's why I'm killing him.
Right. Kind of deflect attention to themselves.
Deflecting attention from themselves. And this is what Jamaica really is.
Right. Bunch of hypocrites.
Hypocrisy. Straight men even in Jamaica, we just don't want them around with. But we don't really business with them, you know. Who business with them? Their kind who are in the closet.
God.
It's just like in America. Who are the serial killers?
Once upon a time, so the
Once upon a time, who are the serial killers? You know what they say? You don't hear not much in America about serial killing again.
God.
Why?
God, them in the pride parade now can, you know.
Thank you.
Show themselves boldly.
They are the ones in the LGBT, and because they were in the closet, these acts came out. But now they're in the open, they don't have to do them acts there. When they used to kidnap people, tie them up in the closet, what do you think they used to do with them in the cellar? Sodomize them and do all manner of things that they are now doing out in the open. Because when they read about some of them serial killers or some of them dress up like women before they kill the victim and all them things there. Find fans here and dress and sit. What they used to do. As the same LGBT man them used to. They are gruesome. Right?
Violent.
But who are their best friend? Women. You women don't know how to choose anything. Allow your men to choose.
Right.
You can't even choose the right relative to have in your home.
Right.
You go choose what you call them again? Chopper. And it's the wrong kind of chopper. Wrong kind of chopper.
Butcher. It was a butcher.
Yeah.
It was a butcher.
This is a butcher chopper. Or a chopper butcher.
And Slakia, we not say this happened, but it might be the reason why he was allowed to be inside the home, because he's a chopper and he have money. You understand?
Well, the news is that he borrowed some money from her.
Okay.
And then she started asking back for the money now, because she asked for the money. It caused a grievance. But I can't see, if that was the case, it's deeper than that. If that was the case, his beef would have been with she. And he would have probably just sliced her throat and gone. Or in just, the easiest thing for him do, get up early one morning and just leave. And then she wake up and don't see him and I wonder, how he gone with my money? You understand?
Right. Gone.
So, whatever is the dispute, then call it domestic dispute, but it's deeper than what we are here. But one thing I can tell you though, that man have a psychological problem.
Right.
And I won't be surprised if it comes out that he is not psychiatrically stable to stand trial.
Good.
Because these are not crimes that our people do at that age. If he was an older man, would understand the domestic stress. Because most time what happens, you know, when the man them reach certain age, they find themselves with the woman that they can't control. And then work and then money just coming like it are going to the ozone in a black hole. So then just say, yeah, hear me? And sometimes, you know, end up with the 4 picking and maybe I just 1 out of 4 a feed. The other one in my jacket. So can't deal with no more and them go for machine.
Good.
And generally I chop up. Then I slice throat. So this one here, it grieves the people, it grieves me, but I'm telling you, many of us in this society, many of you out there, you deserve to be treated just like that, man. Death sentence to the war, well, adulterer. Death sentence to the idolater. And there are other sins in the Most High's law that determines that requires a death sentence. I'm not going to tell us to leave the man alone. The law have him already, and the justice will have to run it. Will have to run it. One thing for me know for him still, you know, them boss he ass in there. You know. Why you think? You know, it's not so much a woman they're going to meet him for the babies, because guess what? All them other men who lock up in a prison have children out there in the road. Have little children too. I'm sorry for him.
Like you said,
It would have been better for him if the people have been catch him and just done him life and done.
Like you said, the police knows that is a possibility, so they won't put him near the
Well,
other one.
so which prison are going to know when he can get a cell by himself?
They will isolate him.
They're not going to isolate him that kind of way. You see, even if him get isolation for a couple of days, so when them carry him to court, and if they say remanded in custody, he might not be remanded at a jail. Or put him in prison. And guess what? The police officers are fathers and mothers too. You get me? So somebody is going to slip him in the wrong cell. Just for him to get his ass whipped. Yeah, slip him back in there a couple of days too. Yeah, put him in there more than one time. And then that night you hear a police say, hey, no left no mark. Maybe not. If they beat him, they know he's going to be killed. They won't get some beating. They're not going to kill him, man. Because if he's dead, the man them in a cell are in trouble. But they will bust his ass. They're going to deal with him in there, man. God. It's just like when a rapist go jail, what do you think happen? But it's Clarendon, him end up a Maypen jail. Maypen jail is always overcrowded. He can't get a cell for himself. Held in Trelawney. The crime is committed in Clarendon. They're going to transport him back to Clarendon. Well, luckily for him if they put him up Chapelton, because that's a newly renovated cell. And it's probably full already too. Because that was renovated to take the pressure off Maypen. So, and they have to be doing this right around the island. Keep the jails, those some that went out of commission, repair them and bring them back, so that they can take the pressure off the main parish jail. So, I'm sorry for him. That's all I can say. All right. Still there?
Cancer, yeah, man.
Isaiah 1.
Canada 1 can.
Reading, we're going to read from what? 2, I think. Let me see. Isaiah chapter 1. I can read 1.
Okay, Isaiah 1 and which verse?
Read from 1.
Canada 1 can. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 1. The vision of Isaiah, the son of Amos, which he saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah.
All right, so Isaiah has been around across several kings. All right, verse 2.
Canada 1 can, verse 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
Right. We are a rebellious bunch even until today.
God.
Yeah. Because this young man's mother, our parents, is because they're rebelling against God, why they believe that they should not chastise their child. And Jamaica is planning to bring the rebellion a little further because you know they are planning to remove corporal punishment. They want to take it out the home. Yeah, so if they succeed in that, you are going to see more of these crimes.
Right.
But here the Most High is calling us a rebellious children. Verse 3.
Canada 1 can, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel,
his master's crib. The crib there is referring to his home. We are still the only people. You never hear a Jewish man call him house crib, no crib. The ones who do are the ones who like they are in the rap industry also. And here the rappers, the black rappers talking about their crib. And they talk about it. But they don't generally call them home no crib. But that is our culture. And here it is in the scripture. And we didn't read the scriptures to call our house, our home, a crib.
Right.
Continue. That is Judah, straight Judah.
Good. But Israel, let me read from the top again, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know, my people does not consider it.
Right. Why it say now the ass knows his man, the ass is the donkey. You know, anybody in the countryside who works with an ass can tell you can load the donkey and just send him on. And him gone before you go home, go see him at home. He knows his way back home.
Good.
But here, the Most High is saying, even a donkey and a cow have more sense than we. And I think that is insulting. But obviously my people don't think that they are being insulted. Right? The Most High hears on our knock we and we still stubbornly ain't turning his way. Yeah. Israel don't know. My people don't even consider. Verse 4.
Canada 1 can, verse 4. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
We even walk backward, meaning that what? We're reversing. So we are now in the land, and we are worse than when we were not in the land.
God.
That's why I say we're going backward, boy. Rather than we getting better, we're getting worse.
Right.
That is why what happened in Clarendon on Monday happened. We ain't getting better. So even though people's life is gradually taking time to improve, right? People now have more people having, access to their own personal transport, having a roof over their head. But here we are committing these kind of crimes. Why? Because we're moving farther from the Most High God.
God.
Farther and farther away from God. Right? So because we're moving farther and farther away now, we're going backwards. Continue.
God 1 John verse 5. Why should he be stricken anymore? He will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is faint.
Right. The entire head gone. Sick head.
Right, God. God.
When they call themselves sick head, yeah, they're right, Yeah, man. The whole head is sick.
God.
And the whole heart faint. Continue.
God. This is how you know that this is a black people book and this is a talk about black people, because everything just connect when it comes to we. You understand?
Exactly. Right. Verse 6.
God 1 John verse 6. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
From the sole of the foot even unto the head. Now, this is a sickness which has now consumed the entire body.
God.
As though the Most High is describing it here. From the sole of the foot to the head, there's no soundness. There's no one part that you can say, all right, this part here is still good. Right, like a rotten apple, right through. But wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. You know what are putrefying sores? Guess.
Yeah, sir.
So that is always draining, rotten.
You ever see people with sore where always wetty and running?
God.
That's what he's calling us. Putrefying sores.
God. The meaning here said to render putrid, cause to rot or decay with an offensive odor.
You ever hear first time people talk about thinking food? Eh?
Say that again, sir.
You ever hear all time people talk about thinking food?
Think gone.
Yeah. So and so they are bad foot, man. The foot think. This is what the Most High is describing us, his people as. Putrefying sores. They have not been closed. Right. So if the wound not close up, it can't heal. Neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. So, right. So you have to, what it is saying now, putrefying sores are sores which you have to clean it, put ointment on it, and you bandage it or you stitch it together. When people get stitches, right? So that's how you close up the wound and give it time to heal. So he's saying right here that we have not accepted that treatment. They have not been closed. Neither are you bound up. This is where you tie up you bandage it. Neither any ointment rub on these sores. And what are these sores? Continue reading.
God 1 John verse 7. Your country is desolate, Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate, as overthrown by strangers.
Your country, so this soar now even start affect the land, not only the human body. The country is getting desolate. Our cities, who now own the businesses in our cities? Other nations, not us.
God.
Right? Verse 8.
God 1 verse 8. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city.
So even our women that we talked about earlier, like a young woman here, which that very man who is a man of her family, who should be one of her fence, one of her gate, one of her guardian, is the very same one who turn around on her. Right? Because the men in the family should be the protector of the family. So he's saying that our daughters is left as a cottage in a vineyard. What happened to a cottage in a vineyard? Anybody going to go lay down in it? It's unkept, it's uncared. And even if it is cared, it's for everybody. A lodge in a garden of cucumber as a besieged city. A city under besiege, you know, the force that besiege a city, they have the right to go into any house, you know. There's no such thing as, do you have a warrant to come inside my place? Nah, your country is besieged. What rights you have? None. And this is what has happened to our women. Why is this so? Verse 9.
God 1 except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
So if it wasn't for this little I.S.U.P.K, which I'm commanding General YAHANNA, which is now existing, what you see happening here in Clarendon, that would be the norm.
God.
Right? Be thankful that the Most High only allow it happened once, so as to get you awake and to get you to understand that, yeah, him slice 5 throat, but me going down the road go sleep with the next man, I may have the man. And you brothers who are gone go sleep with this woman, boy, she have a woman, you know, but me I tell you, you know, man, they get all sexy, you know, man. And the boy can't work it good, you know, man. We work it better than the boy, you know.
Yeah.
You deserve that just like this 5 slicer.
Right.
Exactly, sir. And some of them are even brave in the music industry to make songs of it.
Yeah, even to make songs of it.
Glorify.
Like them glorifying word and glorifying adultery. Right? But you deserve the same kind of death sentence.
Right.
And we should be happy that, you know, it's not the entire nation the Most High is bringing down this wrath on. These things are happening so that who leave behind can look at it, measure their life, see where they are falling short on God's lands. Stop listening to them, pastor. They're not telling you the truth. They can't tell you why these wickedness are happening. You know, we telling you why it is happening. The Most High is using these incidents so that you can open your eyes and see that God's laws still stand.
Right.
Because if the community had caught that man, what do you think they would have done to him? Stone him to death.
Jungle justice.
Jungle justice would have reached him.
Right.
But the woman who's an adulterer, and I'm sure that is happening rampant in that community as well, she deserves to be stoned to death too. You go into your church, bowing yourself to the white Christ, you deserve death too.
Right.
You eating pork, crab, shrimp, lobster, deserve it too. You who's a child molester, deserve it too.
Right.
But no, the community accept those. And you accept the gays.
Right.
The LGBT man them. Right. But the five slicer, no, him too gruesome. Why? Because him actually, you actually see the blood from his action. Well, the other actions are blood too.
So like you, sir, everybody is afraid of death. You understand? Death is what, you know what I mean, spook out everybody. You understand?
Right.
So you can do every kind of wickedness, but when it comes to death, you get, you know what I mean, everybody's attention.
The death must not come so sudden.
Right.
As slice in the throat.
Okay.
Yeah. But when you go there and commit your acts that deserve death, just remember, you deserve the same punishment like that man.
Right.
Huh? But the Most High is saying, because he has left a small remnant, that's why he's not destroying us as he destroyed Sodom and as he destroyed Gomorrah. That destruction is reserved for America today. Right. All right, verse 10 now. Because he is giving you the solution to the sickness that you have, this putrefying sore that we have as a people. He's giving the solution. What's the solution?
Verse 10. Hear the word of the Lord, ye rulers of Sodom. Give ear unto the law of our God, ye people of Gomorrah.
All right. Give your ears. Who is he talking to? The rulers of the sinful nation.
Right.
Your shepherd.
He's basically
your councilmen, your government people. Huh?
Slakia, sir. He's basically calling Israel Sodom and Gomorrah here.
Exactly.
God.
Rulers of Sodom, people of Gomorrah. Right? So that's the solution to this putrefying sore that is amongst us. Give ear unto the law of God.
God.
Read 11.
God, verse 11. To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifice unto me, said the Lord? I am full of burnt offerings.
Hold on. You want to keep your Christmas feast, your birthday feast, your this, your that. These are sacrifices. These are the sacrifices you are now making to God, you know. Yeah, man. All these feasts that you have, don't you pray and bless the food? Some of you even go as much as having a pastor there to say the prayers. These are the sacrifices that the Most High is talking about. What purpose is this whole heap of sacrifices that you are doing? Continue.
God. Saith the Lord, I am full of burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fed beasts, and I delight not.
Right, the fat of fed beasts, right. Continue.
God. And I delight not in the blood of bullocks, or of lambs, or of e-goats.
Right. The e-goat is the ram. We'll not start ramming yet, you know.
Okay.
That's a young ram. That's the e-goat.
Good.
So the Most High is telling you that these are not the things that I am delighted in. I am not. Why I'm asked for your best ram? If a person who have any animal, and you look at one and say, wow, I like how this one look. This one look lovely. Fat. Like sometimes you look at the herd of cow and you look and say, damn, look at that bull. Or that young bull.
Good.
That's the one that the most I want you to give him for your sacrifice of sin. Why? Because the next time now, when you are about to commit the sin, you are supposed to say, Jesus, if I commit this sin, I now go give up my best animal. No, sir, I don't want to give up my next bullock coming out. Right? Yeah, that is the purpose of you giving up the best lamb. So you see this young lady here, how she look nice and thing out, and those innocent children. The Most High took that family as a sacrifice to you, to teach you, say you need to stop sinning too. What sin did those children commit?
None.
None. When the Most High want your bullocks and your e-goats, you know, why you think him want them at that tender age? They don't start reproduce yet.
With no blemish.
So they are no blemish. They are basically innocent.
Good.
Just like the child whose throat was slashed. You can't hide from God. You can't show God. The God we serve thinks for himself.
Right.
It's not man thing for God. It's not man determine what God like and what God don't like. God think for himself and him tell you what him like and him tell you what him don't like. And him tell you that him is the same today and forever. So 5,000 years ago, he did not want you to eat pork. 5,000 years later, he still don't want you to eat pork. 5,000 years ago, him say you are an adulteress, adulterer, you should be put to death. 5,000 years later today, you are still to be put to death.
Good.
Right? So he take these young as sacrifice so that you can now go and look back at you what you are doing and to say, why, you know, say, could have been me, because guess what? I deserve the death too. But just like what Christ said, I came not in the world to condemn the world. You can find that.
Say that again, sir.
I came not into this world to condemn the world.
Good.
And that is John 3:17.
Another one gone. This is the book of John, chapter 3, verse 17. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved.
Right. So he did not come in this world so that we should, you know, go and kill the five slicer. He came, and the world that he's talking about here is really the world of the Israelite, not the earth. The world. The world of the Israelites. He came among us Israelites not to condemn us, but that us through him might be saved. The world through him might be saved. So this five slicer, you the adulterer believe you deserve a second chance. You the idolater who in other religion you call yourself Muslim, you're calling yourself Christian. You believe that you deserve a second chance too. Guess what? Him deserve it too. Mr. Five Slicer deserve a second chance too. I mean, some screws in the head probably want to fix, but him deserve a second chance too. Right? Yeah, we know we're going to say, boy, if him second chance, you know, how much somebody really want to be around him to rehabilitate him. but he deserves a second chance too. In other words, he's not to be condemned by any of us, condemned to death by any of us. Yeah, because we commit some acts as well, which the Most High should have put us to death as well.
Good.
That's my point. All right, questions?
No questions, sir.
All right. So with that, we can turn the class, pass the class to Priest and Officer Kayadwan.
All right, clap it up. All right, these are the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. It means tenth in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'aishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you'd like to give. Upcoming holy convocation, that is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. This is the first day of the 7th month, and that is Sunday, the 25th of September. You can find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 to 25. Reminding Akiam and Aquatiam to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, ebon, or scarf. And with that, we say, I Marium, which means to stand. Sar, which means to turn. Upon the Aquadam, which means and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and then in English. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabashamayam.
Shabashamayam.
Kwadash.
Kwadash.
Aya.
Aya.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Malakwatka.
Malakwatka.
Taba'a.
Taba'a.
Patazaka.
Patazaka.
Aya.
Aya.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Maharataza.
Maharataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Aya.
Aya.
Mashamaya.
Mashamaya.
Natanlanawa.
Natanlanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Kal.
Kal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaklanawa.
Wasalaklanawa.
Kawabwatnawa.
Kawabwatnawa.
Kasalatnawa.
Kasalatnawa.
Kawabwatyanawa.
Kawabwatyanawa.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Tabaya'anawa.
Tabaya'anawa.
Manasayawan.
Manasayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Awashainawa.
Awashainawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Wa'ala.
Wa'ala.
Watapara.
Watapara.
La'aiwalamiam.
La'aiwalamiam.
Aman.
Aman. In English, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom and the power.
For thine is the kingdom and the power.
And the glory forever, so be.
And the glory forever, so be.
Prayer for the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth and all things living.
King of heaven and earth and all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction.
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction.
To the heathen that speak against us.
To the heathen that speak against us.
Thy prophet.
Thy prophet.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers and the school.
The Israelite brothers and the school.
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen.
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen.
And shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel.
And shake loose the treasures of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction.
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites and the nations.
To the Edomites and the nations.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
The prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
Posse Comitazi.
Posse Comitazi.
The gay movement.
The gay movement. The gay movement.
The lesbian movement.
The lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space programs.
NASA space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet and the airways.
Open up the internet and the airways.
The cable access channels and the radio channels.
The cable access channels and the radio channels.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people.
That seek to stop us.
That seek to stop us.
And bring swift destruction to all the heathen.
And bring swift destruction to all the heathen.
That stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words.
That stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth.
to the earth
and consume them.
and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let Yahweh shine Michael and Gabriel
Let Yahweh shine Michael and Gabriel
come down with the flying saucers
come down with the flying saucer
and punish all the Eden
and punish all the Eden
that come up against us as we speak thy word.
that come up against us as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all
Cause it to be known by all
that it is the angels that hath done it.
that it is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media,
Cause it to be spread through the media,
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahweh shall I thank you always so be.
In the name of Yahweh shall I thank you always so be. Alright, this is the prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashami Awashai.
Bashami Awashai.
Baba Kosha.
Baba Kosha.
Nathan Lanawa.
Nathan Lanawa.
Akak.
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 Larapa'a.
Larapa'a.
Kalmakala.
Kalmakala.
Wakal Marawa.
Wakal Marawa.
Akak.
Akak.
Lata'a.
Lata'a.
Amatazaraya.
Amatazaraya.
Akak.
Akak.
Laakwaya.
Lahakwaya.
Amathiam.
Amathiam.
Akak.
Akak.
Irakawa.
Irakawa.
Atamala.
Atamala.
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan.
Bashami Awashai.
Bashami Awashai.
THAWADAH Aman.
THAWADAH Aman. In English, Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease.
The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai.
To cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you always so be.
Thank you always so be. This is the prayer for the blessings to bless Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Basham Yahweh Shai.
Basham Yahweh Shai.
Baraklanawa.
Baraklanawa.
Wayasharala.
Wayasharala.
Wa'a.
Waha.
Bayatsaparia.
Bayatsaparia.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapa'a.
Rapa'a.
Magan.
Magan.
Agan.
Hagan.
Commanding General YAHANNA.
Commanding General YAHANNA.
General.
Generals.
Captains.
Captains.
Officers.
The officers.
Troopers.
Troopers.
The young men and the sisters.
The young men and the sisters.
Bashami Awashai.
Bashami Awashai.
THAWADAH Aman.
THAWADAH Aman. In English, what you have just said. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you so much.
Alright, star, which means to turn. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel. Imadium Shabbat. Imadium. Barak. Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai Barakatam.
Yadamata. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Star, which means to turn and face the sister. Men of Israel. Imadium Shabbat. Imadium. for rock. Yahweh Shamar Alatan Ba Sham Yahweh Shai. Yaramata. Class dismissed.
Alright, to our online viewers, remember, pay your tithe, send your donations, ISUPK.com. You know, you can give a donation to, you know, if you're not a tithe, maybe you don't have, you know, income to send tithes regularly. You can pay your donations, ISUPK.com.
Right.
All right. So you're on the flu coming on.
Oh, the flu? Just leave back with a little bit of cold, but for the most part it gone.
Okay. But it leave with a little cough now and again.
Got it.
Yeah, I know that feeling. All right. Keep on nursing it.
Cancer. Yeah, man.
All right, so we'll go clock out with some music. Shalom.
All right, shalom. I sign out. Yahweh Shem.
You know who is this in this music video?
That looks like Captain Niatak.
Captain Niatak in his younger days.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Look like a real bad man them time there.
Good.
Bad man for the most time.
Good.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
Word up, man. Voting ain't gonna help us, man. Marching ain't gonna help us, man. Protesting ain't gonna help us, man.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me, like me, like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead just isn't looking likely, but I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee, and I talk to God, the one and almighty. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. Yeah.
Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me.
Man, this shit ain't no joke, man. This shit ain't no joke. Like the boy cried wolf, I ain't blowing no smoke. You don't gotta look far to see it ain't no hope in this fucked up world. I'm just trying to stay afloat. I grew up in the ghetto in the middle of the streets, HELL, the belly of the beast. Thanksgiving came around, I wasn't having no feast when the landlord talking about breaking out lease. Goddamn, what's next? My girl broke it with your boy and she did it in a text that if I couldn't have nothing that I could have love besides love for the money and selling these drugs. Sometimes it seems like it's the only way out, but every day I'm getting older and it's getting played out. Can't end up in the pen trying to find a way out. Lord forgive me for my sins when my heart gave out. My dad died, biggest loss I ever had to take. He a big part of the reason I'm the man I am today. And moving on was a move I wasn't trying to make, but I got sons now, so I gotta lead them out straight. And even though success is looking unlikely, I stay mighty and pray nightly and remain doing the right thing like Spike Lee, which is hard in this life for a nigga like me. All my life I had to fight like my name's Sophia. Always had heart and in my heart was no fear. Boy, I stayed in some trouble always stay near. When you black in America, that's all you cold here. I can't lie. Some days I want to break down and cry for me and my people that's fighting to stay alive. Cause living ain't living when you living to survive. Guess we living in hell till the heavens arrive. Now I mean,
what it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead just isn't looking likely, but I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee, and I talk to God, the one and almighty. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. Yeah.
Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. What it's like in this life for a nigga like Me. Every day I gotta fight my demons. Wake up, thank God I'm breathing. Cause all nightmares, America's dreaming. Trying to find a way to make it while surrounded by heathens. No stress long as I got a coat and I'm eating. I'm blessed and I know the Most High's the reason. But my heart's bleeding through my sleeve is seeping. For all the things that I've been peeping. Type of shit make you say fuck it and sleeping. Cause while you were sleeping, during the evening, for brothers got gunned down over the weekend. Stretched out in the streets left leaking. Laid out white sheet, mom's grieving. All lives gotta have more meaning than another nigga dead in the paper I'm reading. Baby mama bitching every time that you're speaking. Talking like she gonna take the kids as she's leaving. How we go from kids to ending up in the deep end. Sink or swim, lose or win, saint or sin. Where does the change begin? And when does the bullshit end? Cause I wake up in the morning, gotta do it again. Go to sleep, go to work and just do it again. Damn. Can't pretend, cause when you stand out, it's hard to blend. And what I stand for, don't fold the bend. Cause I heard real folks still got too many friends. Cause when you speak the truth, then you tend to offend. So, while I'm gripping this pen, Lord, please have mercy on me, amen.
It's time for my people to come together and rise up. The only way we gonna take our royalty back, man, is if we do just that, man. Take it back. Kwame Yashala, nigga. Time for us to rise out of our oppression. A wise man told me each one teach one. So I need you to reach out to your brothers and sisters and teach them, man. There's no reason we should still be getting hung from trees in this day and age, man. Lord, please have mercy on me.